Okay, and then capture with those.
Capture is just.
Yeah.
Because I knew if I did, that's exactly what was going to happen. I know myself.
No.
You want it full screen?
Okay. No.
I just hit the slideshow button. Yeah.
Okay.
And is it gonna start and stuff?
Yes.
Oh, it started already? Yeah.
You were there.
Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? It was, and then she hit a button and made it go away.
Okay. You want to switch? So we're live? Or
Yeah.
you want to stay here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stay here. I don't have a phone. I hate this. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, it might be fine. It's fine. Is it fine?
Okay. Go.
We're live.
Go.
Yep.
Go.
Yep.
All right. Somehow, we're starting the meeting on time.
I know what I'm doing.
So I guess Cass and Lauren can stay in Pittsburgh. But no, they're having fun at AGDQ, so that's why Cass is not here.
How jealous are you about that?
Extremely. But until Emmett is ready to come to GDQ with us, it's not going to happen. So, welcome to the first meeting of 2026 for Detour 2026. Obviously not the first meeting overall, but it is that wonderful after holiday time when we all start looking at the calendar and going, oh my god. So hopefully you've done that. If you haven't, you probably will sometime during this presentation.
You're gonna have to make sure you extra project because we don't have the normal. Yeah.
All right, I will do my best to be heard by the internet. This is also a very full room here at the library in Bloomington, so I'm very happy about that. You two want to say anything up front?
3 months to con. Hurry up and get your stuff done.
Yeah. There are many mentions of deadlines in today's presentation. I apologize, but that is where we're getting.
It's a dirty word.
I will say up front, please do bother people in other departments to meet your deadlines. Please also remember that we are all working together. We are all trying to make the convention good. We are all working very hard to do that. It's very easy to forget that we really don't know anything about a lot of other departments and the work that it takes to put them in. So please be kind. We all have life. Life is absolutely wild right now. So please, make your demands, make yourself heard, communicate what you need, but also give people a little grace when they don't necessarily meet your expectations immediately. I hope that makes sense. So I have titled this, as I usually do, with something silly. Vouching is back. So hopefully there's not too much gnashing of teeth. But we are going to talk about staff vouching. That is where department heads need to tell several departments who is qualifying amongst your staff for free badges as well as hotel benefits. I was hoping to come up with a really cool way of doing this through EventMe that would be much more streamlined. I finally had a meeting with our EventMe rep, which got continued 6 times, you don't need the story, but they don't know how to do it. So we're going to have to do it more or less the way we did last year with one change, which I hope will make it a little bit smoother. But that is at the back of this presentation. So we're going to start where we usually do with our department announcements. Cass is not here from tech, but I know some tech people are here or are online. Let's go over here.
I'll see if I can get through there so I don't have to walk in front.
Anybody scrambling in the chat from tech to tell us anything?
Not yet.
Okay.
I will let you know when I get an update.
Okay. And I'll come back around to something else later. Other than that. IT, Christina, anything?
No, I mean, if you need the website updated, just email IT.
Yeah. I am encouraging, as you put things together for social media, if you can also make a version of announcements that are worthy of being on our website. I do like having an active and accurate website. So please do consider that. If you have anything that you think all of our attendees should be able to find, create a version and send it to IT. Logistics. I don't see Sean. Does anybody know if there's any logistics? And then staffing, I know Norin said that he would be on the chat. Obviously the vouching is part of staffing. You also might have noticed that the reminder email for today was created by Norin and sent out. Yay. Our next booking was by Norin, and also, what else was I going to say? Yes. He made the next library reservation. So. Ellie.
Hopping briefly back to tech, in
Yeah.
that we do have, they could use one more person for event tech.
Okay, so event tech is seeking one more person. That is basically everything that's not main stage. So any other tech around the con. All right.
Cass is off and her entire division's off with her. So,
Yeah. Nikita, anything off the top, or should we start going down the line?
I think we can start going down the line. I know operations is certainly going to have announced himself radio training. Just wild guess there.
It's that time of year. All right, you want to come up, Ali? You probably should, because we don't have a very good mic today.
I probably should, yeah. It's almost like we've done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do I stand?
In front of the empty chair.
In front of the empty chair. Hi! Radio training, yes, we have it. Please, if you are here today and you want to use a radio at con, stick around after the meeting and I will run radio training and you will be approved for radio training. We also, for our staff, we sent out an availability form for doing our trainings. So please fill that out so we have an idea of when to schedule our trainings. For those who put their username in, either email address or Discord username, for helping us review the training information before we actually present it. Later today, I will get that sent out to you so you can start taking a look and making notes on that. Also, for everyone who's not in my department, you're welcome to come to the training if you feel like you might want to help out, or just, you think you might get recruited into something, you just want to know how we do things. We do accept extra people. We do steal extra people when we need them.
Give them back.
Okay, we do a loan program with some other people. So yeah, if you would like to learn how things work, if you think you might want to
It's on my phone.
help with something, or if, for instance, in your department your department needs someone who can do things like handling line management and stuff like that, feel free to come to our training. I will, once we have those scheduled, let everyone know when those are so that you can join in. And separately, this is your second to last reminder to get your badge ribbon requests in. I've got a bunch of those designed, figuring out yours right now. And yeah, I think, is that everything, John? I think we're good right now.
For now, yeah.
For now.
Cool. Accessibility. Any announcements?
Not as far as I'm aware of.
Okay. Cool. Registration. Yeah. You feeling, Clarissa? Things looking okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's our registration deadline? Is it still February?
I have to check, but I'm pretty sure it's
I was going to see what our numbers are looking like. Okay. If you have the numbers offhand, we'll talk later. We'll just check it out. Whether numbers are
End of February, beginning of March for pre-reg?
Yeah.
Okay. And I am covering it later in here too about staff who need to get badges, who need to fill out the badges. So, yeah. Okay.
So we can just copy
Volcon,
this.
I don't think we have Denon. I know he was still looking for a couple more people, so certainly if you're got some extra hours and can help out in Volcon, let Denon know. Arts Alley or Exhibit Hall? Do you have anybody?
I didn't get an email from Kat, but
Yeah, I've not heard from anybody in either of them.
Okay.
I've seen emails from them coordinating stuff, but nothing, update-wise.
their Discord server's active. They're doing stuff.
Yeah. That's usually true. They're usually doing a lot of stuff. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Real quick, just because the question was asked in the chat, yes, you do need to redo radio training if you took it last year.
Yes.
Yes.
If the mics didn't pick that up, radio training is every year. So it doesn't matter if
No
you've done
exceptions.
it. It doesn't matter if you've done it 15 times before. You still have to get trained this year. It changes a lot. It doesn't. But
There's new information.
reminders are good.
The quiz is new.
The quiz is new?
Different question.
All right. All right. Fire part one. I mean features. Buttons. Anything off the top, or should we start going down?
I have something from graphic design. If you need graphics to accompany your Anime Detour social media posts, there are templates for that. You can check out the template form in the form directory or in the forms and submittals Discord channel. They can be edited using the free version of Adobe Express in your web browser or your own image editing software that supports PSD files. And as a reminder, the deadlines for art requests is February 28th for small projects. If it's a large project, that's already passed. So it's not happening.
Yeah.
Please submit art requests through the art request form. That is the only way they will accept it. If you email them, DM them, ping them, no.
Yeah. And in case it wasn't clear about graphics templates, if you're not a graphics person, you don't know what the heck we're even saying right now. If your department has a social media announcement it wants to make, or it wants to put something on the website or somewhere else, and it wants it to look good, graphic design has already made a bunch of things that look good that you can fairly easily plug your text into. You can find an appropriate picture, that they've already created, so they can help you make it look better. So if you do have any announcement that you want to make, check out those templates, talk to them about it. If you totally have no idea how this works and you haven't done much of that kind of thing before, they can help you. They can help make your stuff look better and get more attention. So that's what that is.
Going back to con relations, because comment from Michaela, she says we have approvals for the convention ambassadors and they will have a list of the rooms that are needed soon.
Okay. Yeah, I know Dave wanted those rooms, so cool. Video gaming. I don't think Robbie is here. You probably haven't heard from him.
Yep.
Okay. I just sent him a message the other day, so I assume he's still alive and will respond to it soon.
For charities, I know they're working on collecting stuff and would like a couple more staffers. So if you are interested in working in that department,
Yes. In case you don't know, we will have both a live auction on Sunday as well as a silent auction throughout the weekend. That is the plan this year.
so
So if
charities
you wanna-
needs people.
Yeah, if you want to do either of those things, help out with either of those things, please do. Guests.
We announced all of our industry guests. If you haven't, check out the list. It's awesome. I know, I made it.
Have we announced Fate again? Because we can probably do that.
That's programming, not mine.
You can still do that.
Look, I handle the voice actors.
All I'm saying is, coordinate with programming, make sure that we get an announcement out about him. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yes.
We'll have Fate back. We can say that. The contract is signed.
He has to show up.
Yes.
Another quick update from the chat, in regards to the social media forms, if you need help formatting the text put in the template, you can message Michaela and or MK and they can help. I think they're the same people.
There. Yeah.
Message Michaela if you need help formatting your social media
You
posts.
want stuff to look pretty, don't use ChatGPT, use Emily.
Swear to God.
Alright. Cosplay, we have a Jess. Woo!
You are legally obligated to come up here.
Why?
You're not, you're doing
Because
crap.
I'm your vice chair and I said so.
You gotta prove to the camera you exist.
Do I bring my Ford and cosplay with me?
Yes.
Bring my Ford with me. Cancel while you're up there.
I'm not going to cancel while I'm up here. This is what I do. Have fun. Because it told me to come up here with nothing. The only things we have is we have some updates coming to for the cosplay department soon, and then for anyone that asks, we get it all the time. We have not released the signups yet. Signups never come until about a month before the con. So if people ask or they see them, it's not until we haven't announced it. We'll announce it on social media, Discord, everywhere, but that won't be till end of November or not November.
February?
This is when we're talking about deadlines.
End of February is normally when we do it. So that's all we have. I'm gonna take my board now.
Thank you, Jess.
Yep. Beautiful.
Alright. Have you talked with DJ about tabletop?
Yes, I have. He is just waiting on schedules from Pathfinder, which is per usual this time of year.
It is. Okay. Room parties. I think we have Echo into that.
Yeah.
Yay.
Come up if you're going to talk about that.
There's no mic, so.
Yeah, we have a phone for a mic.
Yeah.
I don't need a mic. I'm loud. We have 28 parties.
Woo!
I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of them to be like approved, but I don't see any reason why they won't all be approved unless somebody really messes up. Yeah, otherwise that's it. There's party button for this year is being worked on right now. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I can think of for parties.
Cool.
That is 3 floors, and there is a couple extra rooms for the couple people who wanted a room in the room party block because, sleeping. So
Yeah.
couple available for that.
Floor 3, 4, and 5, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we will have a very active party room scene hopefully this year.
Only 1 floor Flamingo Plus though,
Okay.
which is not unexpected.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's good. Frankly, the alcohol is on 1 floor.
and that also means 2 floors of all ages,
Nice.
which is again unexpected.
Okay, I'll take it. All right. Graphic design sent me a bunch of stuff, so they have their own slides in here. So
Cool.
yeah. It's about getting stuff to. I might as well preview it now. It's about getting stuff to the program book. This is that time when deadlines come extremely fast for printing. So if you have not been on top of that, you're in here, and you need to talk to them and get stuff to them very, very soon. And then marketing. Do we have Mark?
Yep. Yep. So no updates at the moment. They just request that you fill out the form if you need posts up prior to con.
Sure. Obviously this is also the time that social media gets very crazy. If there is any way, if you know that you're going to announce 10 things between now and March, getting them to them by the end of January with a schedule of here are all the posts we want you to make and here's about when we want you to make them will work much better than sending them to them and going, can you get enough stuff today? So please do that as much as possible. It's one of those things. This is just always a bottleneck, so anything you can do to alleviate that and get stuff to them early will be much appreciated and make it much more likely that it will get to the audience, which is kind of the one. Yeah.
Question from Bruce. Wanting to know either if you, the chair team, or facilities, who to contact for the Sheraton. He's needing to verify if AVEX is still their AV or if it's changed.
MK is talking to them more directly, so for facilities. So probably MK and facilities is the best person for Sheraton questions. But if you want to CC me too, you can. But yeah, I think it is. I think I know the answer to that is yes, but I'm not 100%.
Do we want to circle back to text and subscription too?
Oh, is there more to say on tech?
There's not really a lot going on just yet. We just finished the DJ selection this last weekend.
Excellent.
Just waiting for them to get us their headshots and files so we can get that off to the right people before the 16th deadline. Sheraton, I just messaged Bruce because a couple of them reached out to me after the folks from the Sheraton after our little walkthrough, so I gave him their contact information so he can talk to them. And then once Lauren gets back, we got to sit down and just start ironing out the respective contracts for things. Got to talk to programming to figure out what all is going on where, so we are prepared with the right equipment.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. I think the big thing that needs to be repeated that's just of interest to everybody is that DJs got picked, so that is getting very close to ready to go in the book and that sort of thing and get announced. So cool. Also, for tech, might as well let you know now. We did alter the space that we have at the Sheraton. It's also a good sign to me that they're all doing that with us. So we now have the Mill City Ballroom, the main floor ballroom there, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So you guys can start setting stuff up in there on Thursday.
We're not setting anything out. We're going to be contracting their AV guys. We're just going to walk in and start pushing buttons.
Sure, but you can start doing that on Thursday.
Pushing me sounds rude.
Huh?
Pushing me sounds rude, by the way.
It's done then.
We also have the downstairs area known as the Lakes on Sunday now, which is really good because it means things that we want to be over there all weekend can be. My department, or my division. The big thing that is not elsewhere in a slide, because I was dealing with my son once I saw this, is from facilities, so I'm jumping down. But they need to have the room set updated, so that is your tables, your chairs, that kind of thing, in 2 weeks. So it's January 24th is the deadline for that. I think the vast majority of spaces don't change, but programming and X have a fun time with that. Yeah.
The email she sent out said the 18th.
Sorry, yes, it is the 18th. Sorry, the Hyatt date is the 24th, which is why she wants it on the 18th. So yes, listen to MK, it is the 18th. So yeah.
18th instead of the 24th.
Yeah. Even sooner, sorry. Yeah, so please do get that. Again, if it's the same as it has been, a quick note saying it's the same as it has been is appreciated. I think that's generally what she will assume, but it is better to confirm. And yeah, for right now, it's just your setup and their change. She will be reaching out to you again soon because we have to do the fun diagrams on social tables. So if you do want anything different about what the actual setup is, let her know. Back up to the top, programming.
I will.
All right.
Hello everyone. So our panel submission deadline is coming up pretty quickly here on the 15th. We're currently at a little over 200 submitted panels in the form, so that's really good. We usually have room for about 200-ish things, and we usually get an onslaught the last maybe 3 hours of the form being open of everyone doing theirs at the last minute, so we'll see where we land. But that is coming up. The meeting where we schedule everything is going to be on the 24th. And so if anyone in any department needs use of our panel space for anything special, usually that would be like a feedback panel for your department or something like that, or some other event where you need use of our space, you need to be talking to me as soon as possible.
If the DJs want anything else during the panel blocks, yeah. That kind of thing.
Stuff like that, because once we have everything scheduled on the 24th, we're not going to be kicking out any panelists who we've scheduled, so we need to know all about that stuff ahead of time. So if you're not sure what you want to do, qualifies as this, please feel free to either come talk to me today or email programming@animedetour.com, and we'll work it out with you guys.
Yeah. Even if you don't have the details, at the very least saying, yes, there's a thing, make sure that you leave a space for a thing is very helpful.
Yep. And just to note, you're going to need to work with me on what your schedule is, because I don't know what your department schedule is, so you'll need to have an idea of what is a good time to hold whatever it is you want to do. So I think that's it. Any questions?
Is there a social media announcement declaring end of panels coming up?
There have been, and I've been posting on the Discord about it.
Cool.
So. People don't know it. Website's updated. It's been announced on social media a few times. I can't help people if they're not paying attention.
No, I mean, it's inevitable that there will be many submissions the day or two after we close, regardless. But the real fun will be the people on February 2nd going, I just missed it.
No, you missed it.
All right, volunteers. No, oh, sorry. I need to get Axe. Yeah, come up there. You're too close.
Sorry. So most all the acts, in fact, every single one has been signed. We're going to get the ads ready for it. We're going to go down the usual suspects. Fade McCormick will be back. Midnight Minx will be back. House of Hades will be back. Proving Ground Wrestling will be back. We will have, they're calling themselves Cirque Detour. I don't know, Cirque. Hey, sorry, not my thing. Anyway, we're going to have a acrobatic show in the main stage. We have a concert group called Harmony Arcade. We'll have State Discovery back. The Maid Cafe is back. The escape room is back. And, of course, the manga library is back. So these are all set. They're all contracts. in the near future, through the rest of January, as soon as I get the details from them, you'll see ads coming out. Thank you very much for everybody's help.
All right. Did DJ say anything separately about video screening? Or okay. Now, volunteers. Sorry, Mickey.
I will get there eventually.
Get over it.
Okay, so for volunteers, not one department has filled out the volunteer request form as of this morning. So please get that in before the end of the month, so the 31st, please, of January. Because if you want volunteers, you got to tell me, or else I'm not going to send you any. So please get that filled out, because I already have 4 early signups for registration. So if you want them, they're coming.
You just need to let her know what it is that you need.
Otherwise, it sounds like a lot of staff are doing 72-hour shifts covering volunteer spots. So.
Yep.
If you want to steal warm bodies to do important work, tell volunteers. Merchandise has beautiful slides that they sent me, and I didn't realize that slides meant slides, so I didn't put them in the presentation. So not very smart. So, but sorry about that. I did add them now to the folder, the shared drive folder in all staff, where all of the slideshows are, so you can look at them on your own, and I will try to remember to add them to the next January slide share, so everybody can look at them then.
You could just open it.
It's
But I can't.
currently set up. It will not actually be easy to get on the screen. So,
All right.
Sorry.
Then I have nothing to say.
Yes.
Question from the chat, where is the request form for volunteers?
I sent an email to all of the department heads.
And it should be in the forms directory.
Thank you.
All the usual things.
We could resend out the email too if people didn't get it.
I
But, yeah.
can resend it to all the department heads.
Yeah, maybe just shoot it out again tonight, just as a reminder to everybody, just so they get their stuff
I
in.
promise it's on my to-do list.
Yeah. Photography. Anything? Oh, sorry. Not on board?
No, it's always been on facilities.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that because anyway. All right.
At some point, he's going to update that
Actually, photography
slide.
can go first. He's out. He's hurt.
No, I'm not.
Well, eeny, meeny, miny,
I'm
moe.
trying to be nice here. I'm not known for that.
No. You're not. Work on it.
Yep, you're good.
Hello, everybody. I don't have anything huge to announce necessarily, except we got our social media posts updated and out, so got a couple of good applications from that. So thank you for everybody that was involved in helping me with those slides.
I had someone who requested to volunteer with the photography department.
Cool.
Is that something you guys need? 'Cause
Yes.
I would love to know.
Yes.
So please fill out the form.
Yeah. But that's a good segue to. There's a lot of like different things to do. I'll probably just keep harping on this. Like, you don't have to be a photographer if you want to learn to take pictures. We have rental gear that you can use. You can also help with like backdrops and organizing the data and managing the gear and helping with lines for things. So there's a lot of various roles to take on. So we're going to have a fun time this year, I think.
Whoever you are, you can help the photography department.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it'll just be better and better. So my only probably request is for cosplay to eventually work with me to get the plan for like the contestants' photos in advance of the contest. And then if possible, like anybody else significant, like it'd be nice to talk to people in charge of like the musical guests and acts and like the cosplay guests to work out a time to get portraits of people if that makes sense or if that is something that would be cool. So
I have an email setting out to remind people once the contract's signed to
Yep.
send us their documentation, their glossies,
Yep.
their ads they want.
Yep,
I will
yep.
also ask that question in that email.
Yeah, if
Good.
they want at Anime Detour photos that our photography department
Exactly.
can take, that would be cool.
Yep, and then the only addendum to that too is like, this wasn't a real problem, but in the past we've had questions about like, some guests or acts, musical guests that like don't want certain photos or don't want us to publish things certain ways. So that'd be a good way to get ahead of that too. Like, if
Ask
we,
any restrictions.
yeah, any restrictions, like if, we send somebody out to cover an event or take some portraits of someone and then they're like, well, you're not putting these on your website, right? Like that'd be something to just talk about in advance. Regardless of what's in the contracts, it'd just be nice to like leave a plug in there, like we may have our people taking a picture at the event and just bring that in front of their faces so they know about it. So
Okay.
that's pretty much it. Yep.
Also, are you confirmed that you are not using your corner of Nicolette on the first floor anymore?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm happy committing to that. Yeah.
Okay, so if anybody
Yeah.
needs it, if cosplay wants it for their judging during the show,
Please give me a judging room. I really want one.
yeah. So
That
you can
sounds like
have the old photo
Good
shoot.
deals. Yeah, let's talk about that because it'll technically be ours, but I can tell you the details of that and stuff. So
Sounds good.
Cool.
Give me a judging room.
And you can sneak out the back too, so you don't even have to like go in the hallway. You can just
Yeah.
go straight to your main stage.
yeah, you can. Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that.
That sounds like a much better use of that. So. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Reservation.
Reservations.
Good morning, afternoon, everyone. Two different phases. First of all, if you're a department and you want to have rooms reserved for guests that we're taking care of,
Sleeping hotel rooms.
what did I say?
You just said rooms.
Sleeping hotel rooms. I assume reservations meant that, but of course. Anyway, please let me know. I recently had a surprise that I didn't even know existed. So I have a list. I haven't heard anything from Convention Relations, but I understand that that was just today, and they said something. And I need somebody from video games to contact me about what rooms they need. Okay, it's very important. If you any questions, reservations at animedetour.com, david.vetrovec at animedetour.com. I'm on Discord, light your car on fire, whatever. My phone number's available.
But I am going to jump in here too. If you do think that your department needs a sleeping room for somebody and you have not already talked specifically to Dave about that, do that, because Dave doesn't know that if you haven't.
Right. The same thing with staff rooms. I thought we'd have more staff room requests. We do not. If you're waiting, I'm going to release all the rooms on the second week of February back to the
General pool.
attendees. So if you are saying, hey, I really need to get my staff room, but I'm confused, those are my addresses. Reservations at animedetour.com, David Vetrovec, Discord. I am work from home. My office is in Portland, Oregon. I'm never going to be there. So, and even though, yes, I bite, I can't do it electronically yet. So, anyway, so just feel free and I'll work with you. Okay? Yes?
Do you have a deadline for when you want to know how many staffing rooms that we need? Just not that we want to just wait until the deadline.
Okay. So, the deadline would be the second week of, the deadline will be the second week of February. However, there is a limited number of rooms. If the rooms, we get staff, we get there. If we don't have any more rooms, I have to maybe put them in the Sheraton or the Hilton. So, if you want your guest to be in the Hyatt, the most appropriate, get them to me as soon as possible. But the second week of February is when I'll announce, and I'll announce the actual deadline in the next two meetings.
I know when you say second week of February, that's pretty broad. Is there a specific day in the second week of February?
I don't have a specific day set up yet, but I will have by the first meeting in February.
Okay.
Because we're working with 3 different hotels with 3 different companies, and
So Valentine's Day, that's the last day of the second week of February.
So that would be Valentine's Day, but it might be sooner if I want.
Yeah.
If we don't need it anymore.
Just as a general clarification, the hotels don't like us waiting too long in this huge amounts of rooms. They get antsy. So they start asking us, are we filling these rooms or can we release them to the public? So yeah, the sooner we fill those rooms, the better. And I'm not doing it anymore for people. You got to talk to him. So.
Blame him. Now, again, last year we had a form where you went out and filled it yourself. I'll be taking care of that form. I just need the information from you. So just email me and I will get it back to you as soon as I can. Yes?
If they need to verify if they submitted the request for the room, should they just email you? Yeah.
I'm there. Any question they have, I'm actually not biting. I'm a friendly guy. Most of the time. So just let me know if you want to know, hey, am I on the list? just ask me.
I do have one genuine clarifying question.
Yes.
Do you need anything besides a group name and the nights they want and the type of room they want?
Okay. I do need the person who's going to check in. Thank you for reminding me. If, let's say, House of Hate's coming in, they get 3 rooms. I need the persons either in each room or one person's checking in. Because they do have to put their card on there, because while we're paying for the room, we're not paying for any incidentals. Okay? So you do need to have a card. If you don't have a card, if something's happened or you just don't have it, come talk to me. We'll make arrangements. Okay? Yes?
Sorry, back us up. Can you just clarify for me and everybody, you're talking about guests, like guests that departments are inviting, and then can you touch on like the staff rooms and
Okay.
how that works, if there's a distinction between the two?
The first section is guest. Guests like video game vendors, dealers, they have their own section. There's a section there. We usually do.
Paid to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The names, we need a name just because it's easier. I can't be to each one there, and they need to have a card on it, but we take care of mostly everything. Then there's 2 different ways of getting a staff room. If you're staff, you can go out as the link on Discord, but if you need that link, just email me. You go out, you reserve the room, then you go to the first option, you fill out the information, and we give you the discount as it is. If you don't want to do that, you just want to get assigned a room, use option 2. You give us your name. When we close the hotel spaces, we'll assign you with as close as possible to what you want, but we'll assign you with 4 other staff members. Okay? Yes?
Sorry, just because we're not doing the form. So for our staff, what answers do we need to have them give you for the room? Just that they want to be in a room, what department?
So for staff, there is a form.
Yes.
There-
For
there-
staff, there is a
there-
form.
That's what David was saying. There's 2 different forms. So
Yes.
either you reserve your own room with whoever you want to be in it, staff or non-staff can be in it,
Okay,
and then you fill out Form 1 to say, here's who's in the room.
okay.
Or you say, I'm staff, I don't want to figure it out, just put me in a room, and that's it's a different form.
Oh, got it.
And if you're confused like that, like I didn't explain good enough, I'm sorry about that, just email me. I'm glad to work with you.
What's your email?
My email is
Reservations.
and davidvetrovec@animedetour.com or that. That's a swear word. I'm not going to use that. I was going to make a joke. But no, just email me. My phone number is 651-724-8897. On Discord, I'm Dave V. Reservations Acts FOA. So just let me know.
Dave.
Yes.
Quick clarification for people who are getting guest rooms or partner rooms with them.
Sure.
Make sure you get him emails too when you send the names for the check-ins, because that way we can send the hotel confirmation emails to the people checking in. It'll help them somewhat.
Do you need like each person in the room or just the main person
The
booking?
person who's signing in.
Okay.
But I do need for each room the person in charge of it. So if, let's say, we'll use House Aids again, say 3 rooms. They usually have 3 different people checking in at 3 different times. I would need the email and the name for all 3.
The hotel will only release rooms to people whose names are on those rooms. Otherwise, we have to do it manually. It's a pain.
So for each room, you want names, you want email, you want if they have a bed preference, and you want what nights they're staying.
Well, bed preference.
No?
No. Bed preference is a little difficult because Hyatt's not being cooperative. But what I do need is, thank you for reminding me. I need to know Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. If they're only going to be here Friday morning and leave Sunday afternoon, they need 2 rooms, Friday and Saturday. If they want 4 nights, I need to know that too, because we have limited rooms on Sunday and Thursday. Okay? And we even have a few rooms on Wednesday. So, but try not to do that. Okay.
Cool. Anything else? No. Sit down. All right. ATC announcements.
I honestly can't think of any.
There wasn't much, no.
Sorry.
Oh,
it's okay. My head is incredibly large. Anyway, we'll talk.
Anime Twin Cities. We have board meetings the second Tuesday of the month every month at 7. So our next one is this Tuesday, and they're short. Come visit us.
They are usually
And
very short.
we talk about things. It's great. That's it.
Yeah, blessedly, there are not too many things for the board to sort out most of the time. All right, treasurer, FOA. Jeanette.
Do I need to go?
No.
I don't know if you want to. I just
No,
figured
not really.
on camera. All right.
That concussion.
So I don't know if anyone's on new. I figured no one in the room is new, but if anyone's online new, for just reminders for receipts, you can either take a photo or a scan and you send them to treasurer@animedetour.com. You also should include your department name so we kind of know for record keeping. If you have food receipts, we also need an itemized receipt. So it can still be in the same photo or the scan. We just need both. And then we do have a new way of getting reimbursed. We have Zelle. It's not our preferred method, but we have PayPal as our preferred method. It's the easiest so that both myself and Dave can access that. Zelle, for whatever reason, only I can at this point through our Wells Fargo account. We can also do paper check. So we would need your full name for the check and like a mailing address. But otherwise, those are the three ways, and now we have Zelle. So just
if you have something that's a very big ticket item that you cannot afford to pay for and get reimbursed, also talk to the treasurers ahead of time. Several of us, including Buttons and I, do have company credit cards, so we can handle big purchases like that as long as you let us know with enough lead time. Also, Jeanette did try to mention what department you're from. If you even do know your budget line item that this purchase falls under, include that too. That does really help us keep things straight. And it helps help you keep things straight. I need a treasurer for my language. Committee announcements. I can tell you, because I'm on all the committees, the Games Committee is basically meeting every Sunday from now until eternity. Things are actually pretty worked out. There's a pretty good plan going forward as far as the puzzle game. It was a spy game last year. Now it's kind of the puzzle game, and it has a nice undead, beasties and monsters kind of theme. It's very cool. I'm really happy with how it's looking, and I'm hardly doing anything on it this year. So good job.
Good job,
We're meeting Fridays.
You're meeting Fridays too? Oh my god. Okay.
There's
We don't
two
get to go to
separate
those meetings. Lore on Friday, logistics on Sunday.
Okay, lower on Friday, logistics on Sunday. I'll probably be on more of the Sundays. So I think the big thing is if you're interested in getting into that and helping out with that, get on the Discord. You can email gamecommittee@animedetour.com to get the basic information, get added to that, and then that's going to be the easiest way to get into that and help out. Main Stage is a committee, and we really should have had a meeting before the end of the year. We didn't. So I'm going to throw out this Tuesday at 8.
Board meeting.
Wait, oh God.
Well, but we'll probably be done
Yeah,
by
we'll be done
then.
by 8.
Yeah.
Board meetings don't matter.
I'm going to throw out this Tuesday at 8. Is anybody that needs to come to the Main Stage meeting screaming and gnashing their teeth about that?
Tuesday's
Cool. All right. So this Tuesday at 8, I'll send out an actual announcement and Google Meet and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we need to get all that stuff figured out. We're doing well. We're talking. We're all moving, but we need to make sure we're all moving. All right. This is the same thing that I've had up here forever, so I'm not going to spend forever on it. Department admins. There are still quite a few departments that, as far as I know, don't have admins. If you do, just make sure that they're in the leadership contact form, which is a slide I'm going to hit again. So everybody knows that you have an admin. But basically, we want to make sure that, especially if you don't have a co-head, there is some kind of second in command to reach out to if you disappear. Disappearing is a thing that happens.
And again,
Enough said.
because of deadlines, we don't have a whole lot of leeway before the convention, so we do need to make sure people are responsive to their emails at this point. Taking a week or 2 weeks to respond to emails starts to cause problems for other departments now. So
I shouldn't wander into the woods.
No.
And I will just read the bottom line here. Which
you don't wander away from your computer for that long. What are you talking about?
I will just send a reminder here of you don't need to tell us, or the care team does not need to approve your admin. If you find somebody on your staff that's willing to be admin, they are. So.
Before I have a related question,
Yeah.
I'm assuming none of that either is a way of applications.
It should email you.
Eventually, it normally notifies you about every little thing, so I'm kind of surprised it didn't.
Yeah, that's something that must be busted. I'll figure that out.
Okay. Or Christina, you're kind of the guru. Are you okay?
I can
if any
look,
bothers you?
yeah.
If you can't figure it out? Okay.
Thank you.
Open leadership positions, not much. Blessedly still true. Departments in need of staff, lots of them. Always still true. So, social media, volunteers, volunteer comm suite, video screening and video gaming, especially in the night. Video production needs 1 or 2. Facilities needs 1 or 2. Operations needs 1 or 2. Photography needs 1. Tell me if there's more than leadership contact form. This is still the same slide from last year yelling at everybody. However, I have now updated the leadership contact form with everybody that filled it out. I thought it was already feeding in automatically, and it's not. So I had to do that myself last night. But yeah, so this is updated. There are still a number of missing names. I do have an updated naughty list that is actually correct, I think. But yeah, please do, if you haven't already filled this out, if you are a head, admin, or specialization, subheads don't technically need to be on this form, but I certainly don't mind if they are. I know there's one subhead in this room right now that is.
It says fill it out before Thanksgiving.
Yes, I still need that. Yeah.
There we go. We'll do it.
Please fill it out before now. So here is the naughty list. Tabletop and video screening, so bug DJs.
That link you have says dynamic link not found when I do it.
Well, that's funny.
Did you just type it manually?
No.
No, him.
Oh.
No, my phone, I copied it out of there.
I'm sure we can get it from the forms directory.
Yeah, you tried from the forms directory, but I'm surprised because I believe that I tried it directly from the slide as well.
It might be that it was copied wrong, but I just double checked.
Yeah.
Correct.
Just use the forms directory.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, DJ, Jacob needs to get on for charities, cosplay.
We exist. I like how my division is the problem child. That feels very on brand for me.
Some of graphic design has done it, some have not. So the heads and the publications have not done it yet. Marketing and social media, slightly embarrassing. Not done it. Video gaming, exhibit hall, Reds, IT, also somewhat embarrassing, and staffing.
Just email IT. You don't need his name.
I want his name.
He's the shadow government. He's Mr. If it's broken, he fixes it, and otherwise he doesn't touch it.
I understand. All right. Staff dinner. You should have received an email. It's a little while ago at this point from facilities with a link to RSVPing for the staff dinner. That is the big Sunday night, 6 p.m. in Artist Alley dinner that we all have and feel good about ourselves for having pulled off the convention. It's a lot of fun. Please do come to it. If you don't normally come to it, give it a try. See if you can. Obviously, if you have to get out of the hotel before then, we understand. But it is a really good time. So please do RSVP. It does, one, tell us how many people to expect, but the most important thing is if you have any dietary restrictions, we really want to know what those are. I've said this before, but we've tried to tick the boxes in the hotel food request forms before for we have alternate dietary needs. It doesn't work. This year we're getting a much more complete list of what do we actually need, and we're going to order specific things so that we know that people have actual good choices. And that link is in here too. Hopefully it works. The deadline for that is February 21st.
Backing up a little bit, someone in the comments, just to clarify, wants to verify if for reimbursements, what qualifies? Does travel to and from con if you are, just to give a solid official answer from the chair team.
Stuff that's on the budget.
Yeah, okay.
Correct, yeah. This is just department spending. Yeah. It'd be great if someday we could cover parking and travel for all of our staff, but not at this time. Yeah.
For the staffing, dietary restrictions, are you using that information as well when it comes to the lounge area that you're getting food and stuff like that?
Volcom?
Yes.
Yes, it is getting shared with Volcom. Yeah. And yeah, the deadline for
But
that.
you also let Volcon know just to cover bases.
Yeah, if you really,
I
especially.
believe Volcon had a form out
Yeah.
asking about food. I don't know.
They did, but then when we realized that facilities and Volcom were both doing it, we just talked about MK sending it to them. So it's easier to do one form than two.
I heard complaints last year that there wasn't enough for gluten-free, and then the night that they were supposed to be gluten-free, it got messed up and there wasn't an alternative.
Okay.
So the staff who could not have gluten-free find
Yeah.
different accommodations for me, and they couldn't have anything, and that was pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, just full time.
And yeah, the deadline for this is February 21st, but if you do screw up, even though that's still a month and a half out, and forget to do it, you're still invited to staff dinner. We would like you to RSVP. It will help our record keeping, blah, blah, blah. You're still allowed to go.
We're just going to test really hard at you.
Yeah. We'll all stare at you as you walk in the door.
Motion to the chairman.
You're not on the list. Go sit in the naughty corner.
Also, you can probably bet whether or not I filled this form. Yeah. Ongoing budget expectations, already kind of touched on this, and I'm not going to spend forever on this, but we do want each department to be maintaining a running list of what they have actually spent against what they budgeted for. This will help us make better budgets next year and squeeze money where we can and then add money from the money we have squeezed. To let you do more things you actually want to do instead of keep allocating you money you don't actually spend. So please
And
do
it'll
keep
help
an
you
idea.
track what you're spending, so next year you know what you need to actually ask for in budgeting.
Exactly. And so it makes sense when you're talking to the treasurer, if you go, this is my department, this is the line item it falls under, you will know, they will know, everybody will have a record of it, and it will be much easier to do. And just to make it clear, we will expect when you submit your budget next year that it includes, this is what we spent on each of these things last year. So please do it, because we will expect you to know that. Yeah.
And then it's tied into buying things, the budget. When you have to buy something that takes up a lot of space and you don't have room at your house, where do you send it?
Talk logistics.
Okay.
There is a limited ability to send things to the hotel right before the con. Because we don't pay for that. Otherwise, yeah, work it out with logistics to get it to the locker, or see if somebody else can keep track of it. Okay. Programming guide info. So I mentioned this briefly already. This is going to be a longer presentation today. I should have warned you. Sorry. Programming guide info is due January 16th. That's Friday. That's really, really, really close. And this is the list of departments that have not filled out the form for publications, which is a sub-department within graphic design. So all of them, well, give it to them again. check that they have it the way that they want it. So yeah, these are all the things that they believe right now they don't have. So even if you think you have sent it to them, obviously there's a disagreement about that. So make sure that they know that they do have updated information. So yeah, accessibility, all the programming blurbs for the DJs, for Maid Cafe, Reading Lounge, Escape Room, Amp-Guard, A&B contest, all that good stuff. Don't worry, there's more information coming, so don't make that big. Volunteers, guest autograph policy, cosplay, exhibit hall, artist alley, room parties, video gaming, video screening, all have blurbs. Most of them are not going to change very much, most likely year to year, but you do need to tell publications that it's good as it is.
Go read your blurb again and then tell them it hasn't changed, just in case there was a typo 3 years ago nobody's caught yet.
Or like 12 years ago.
Or if that's in there, to get people that, complain.
There you go. If you're an A+ student and you rewrite yours every year to fit the theme, do that.
Just because what is on the screen does not match what is on your projection, and just so, after guest autograph cosplay, just to reiterate, there is also the cosplay, exhibit hall, artist alley, room parties, video gaming, and video screening.
They're missing that.
They're missing on this slide, but I wanted to say it because my voice is louder, so.
Okay, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. And then, some more information about them. Please do everything possible to get this information to graphic design publications by Friday, by January 16th. However, they understand. Sometimes you don't know everything that is in your blurbs by January 16th. If you don't know it all, fill out the form, leave spaces, like put brackets in or something and say, like, this information will come. Try to give them a date if you have not already worked out a date with them of when you're actually going to get that information to them. Please do use your Anime Detour email, and then there's a form that's linked there. Hopefully that works. And it's kind of weird how this works. The form will link to a shared document that you can edit. So it's a Google form. And then within that, once you pick your department, it will then link to your document in the shared drive where you can see, here's what last year said, that will be in pink. If it's good, just make it black, or rewrite it in black. If you need to change anything, put that in black. And in the back.
The guide just texted me regarding the programming guide and accessibility.
Yeah.
We are waiting for the quiet room location.
Sure.
Just as a heads up.
Yeah, so if that's the case, just when you look at it, put in here, we don't know yet, but yeah, make sure it's submitted with we're still waiting for this information.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that, again, even if nothing has changed, please do fill that out. Then, reiteration of staff badges and housing benefits. We talked about it briefly, but just to go over it again. If you are a staffer who works 10 or more hours in the year, so this is absolutely anything that you did from the end of the convention last year, in March, to the end of the convention this year. If you're sitting in this meeting right now, if you're watching this meeting online right now, you're doing work for the convention. You can count this. We don't discriminate between what kind of work it is. So going to meetings, doing any kind of outreach, doing any kind of planning, and then whatever shifts you actually do, whatever work you actually do at the con, all of it counts. 10 hours is not that high a number. It's definitely something, but it's pretty reasonable. Most of our staff should hit that number. So if you do, then you qualify for a free staff badge. You get to come to the convention without paying for a badge. That was not always true, believe it or not. If you work 18 or more hours within the year, that qualifies for the housing benefit, which is, as we've already kind of discussed, there's the two forms. Get your own reservation and tell us about it, or ask us to put you in a room. We said the second one. Also, if you do something where you obviously are going to work 18 hours, if you are a head, we don't need to know more. If you are an admin, we probably don't need to know more. If you're a subhead, we probably don't need to know more. So anybody who has some kind of discrete task within a department is going to be what we call task qualified. All you need to do is give your department head a very brief description of what makes you task qualified. They should already know. And you will get the thumbs up without having to try to add up any hours. Yeah, if you do need more details on the ways to claim your staff room, check out the August PowerPoint. That's in the all staff shared drive. I didn't want to copy all of those again. Or email me at reservations. Say the right one, damn it. At animedetour.com. So yeah, I didn't want to go through that again, but it's all in the August slides or after. So we do need to know from a centralized manner. The chair team needs it, registration needs it, reservation needs it, and staffing all needs to know who actually among our staff qualifies. So here's how we do it. Again, I was trying to come up with something slick through EventMe. It's not going to happen, at least not this year. So we are going to do the vouching spreadsheets the same as last year. So if you're ahead and you filled one of those out last year, cool. I made sure that they are all on the shared drive, in the department head shared drive, so you can see yours from last year, copy and paste, make whatever changes you need to make for this year. In addition, I am going to send an email out through EventMe, because that is still a useful way, to every staff member. We had 192 when I was on EventMe the other day, so easiest way to reach all of them is through the EventMe. So they are going to get instructions on how to tell their department head whether they think you're task qualified or how many hours they think they've worked. So if you're a department head, you should be getting that information from all of your staffers, which should also make this easier. Instead of having to chase them, they should be chasing you. There will be a good number of instructions on that of sort of how to categorize their hours, how to explain if they think they're task qualified, and there will also be further instructions then about how to buy a free staff badge on EventMe. Obviously, it's free, so you're not really going to spend anything. I promise, don't freak out if it kind of looks like you're spending something. You're not. You're not going to get charged anything. But registration does need to know who you are and make sure that you can pick up your badge like anybody else at the convention can pick up their badge. So, yeah, Dave.
Anyway, this quick turnaround needs to be completed by January.
Yeah.
Now, my acts do get free badges or they can't do it.
Right.
It's not going to be the end of the January deadline for them.
It's a totally different thing.
This is just staff.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just double checking.
Yes. So if do you have any ACT staff? Is that a thing?
What'd you say?
Do you have anybody that is specifically ACT department staff, or is it just kind of programming generally? All right. So work with Jesse to make sure that the two of you get it done together.
So I'm part of the gaming committee and operations.
Yep.
So if I'm helping with the gaming committee, obviously the operations side doesn't necessarily know what hours I put for that. How do I do that?
Kind of up to you. You can send two. You can send one to each department, or you can send the same one to both departments and just make sure that, that you're covered. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what happens if like a department has someone join staff after the end of January deadline that would qualify?
Great question, and I should have already addressed, but yeah, most people are going to be doing most of their work after the end of January. So the way that we do this is that people are claiming what they expect to work. This is a bit of an honor system. There's just really no other way to do it. But that's part of why we want it to then go through department heads. If you're department head and you go, oh yeah, this person always does 12 shifts at con, I know who they are, I know they're going to qualify, check the box.
Right, I think it's what if people apply after January.
Yeah.
Like they
Gotcha.
join staff in
Yes.
February.
We do our best. We want to have this all done so that we are ready to go as much as we can, expect things. But yes, we do have people signing up as late as possible. We will still try to get them the free badge. We'll try to get them whatever benefit they've earned. But we want to have everyone we can have figured out.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also, you're going to be guessing your hours. And we expect that.
And just to touch on something Dave brought up there in regards to people we're bringing in but we're giving free badges to, all of those people do need to get their information to registration. There was some confusion over this last year, I know. We want to try and head that off if possible. So if we're giving a free badge to somebody, make sure you're talking to Clarissa in registration that we get their information so we can get them into Ventany properly.
Yeah.
Because we need to know their information so we can print the badge properly.
Yeah, so I actually want to, that's a good distinction too. If you're Dave and you're like, House of Hades needs 12 badges, it is perfectly fine to just go, I need 12 House of Hades badges. That's fine, that's cool.
No, we still want their names because Ventany wants their names.
Does it?
Yeah, we need their names
Never
for
mind.
Ventany.
All right, I know what you're getting it for. We want
Yeah.
names. We want badges to be for individual people. So,
Yeah.
at least we get that information. Join staff. Yes, you have to do it again.
I don't believe the actual card going around here. So if you're in the room, you have
Well,
to
that's not attendance. That's
Yeah.
that's fill out your event name.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Also, I don't know what has happened to PowerPoint, but it hates this QR code now. Every time I try to save the PowerPoint, it goes, I can't do it. I don't understand this file, and I have to delete it and re-upload it, and that's fine. It's really dumb. Yeah.
I have someone on my event team that signed up twice, so I have two of the same person.
We can fix that. It's very easy.
Yeah, that's really
double the work.
Yeah. But I don't think we want to give them two badges into hotel rooms.
It's artificially boosting my numbers.
All right, next meeting. So the next meeting will be Sunday, January 25th at 1 p.m. It's a Sunday, so those are usually 1 p.m. We are going to try the Minneapolis Central Library. I know that this is not a favorite idea for some people.
Parking.
Parking is tough. There are park and rides. Learn to ride the light rail. It's fun. It's really not bad.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Also, a lot of meters in downtown Minneapolis are off on the weekend.
It's true. Yeah, a lot of them will be off on Sunday. You might have to go a little farther south and walk. That tends to be where it is a little bit less populated, so they turn the meters off faster. I don't know if there's any good resource to sort of see.
Well, Sunday they shouldn't be charged at all. Saturdays they're on, but Sundays I think they're totally off.
There are maps if you go on that the city of Minneapolis publishes that, like, you can go online. It will show you the zones of what meters are on what days. Like, it's all color coded. I don't remember where because it's been a while since I looked it up, but it exists.
That being said, I believe the library has a parking ramp.
It does. It costs like $5. But
It's also carpooling.
Yes. So yeah, there is carpooling. There should be free meters. Go on the city of Minneapolis on the internet. There should be a solution to this where you can get there. Also, it's super nice. I just did a work training there. Like, it's really nice space. So we're gonna give it a try. If it sucks, we won't do it again. Dick.
kind of a selfish question about how important is this meeting going to be? I mean, is it going to be an hour? Because unfortunately, I got to be at GPS charity auction at Council Room. So, I mean, I get off at 2. If it's going to be over an hour, I can get here for the last few minutes.
I would assume you're probably going to miss it. Sorry.
Just listen to online.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Watch the VOD. No.
No, watch
It's
the
a
meeting
VOD.
online.
It's a VOD. Watch it after the fact. Yeah. Video on demand. Demanded.
Demanded.
Yes, the last 3 dates that we will have then is February 7th. That will be another library meeting. February 28th will be at the Hyatt. So that'll be our second chance to be at the Hyatt. If you can take advantage of that in some way, if there is something that you want to be able to do at the Hyatt, plan around that. That'll be February 28th. If you want to potentially even coordinate with any of the hotel people for something that you want to do. If we know that ahead of time, we can probably make that happen, or at least maybe make that happen. So it will be basically all Saturdays after this next Sunday meeting, just again because of how the Hyatt worked out. And then March 14th is the battle plan. We haven't talked about it as much this year as we did last year, I think. Go ahead, Raina.
Department heads, for the battle plan meeting, please look over what we talked about last year. If there are any changes, send them to me. Because if you don't send them to me, it's not going to be talked about.
Can you resend it? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'll resend the slideshow. Please
Otherwise,
look over
if
your
you have
slide.
anything that you want to be brought up in the battle plan, just send it to us.
Yeah.
Please.
Remember, it's our final meeting to get the entire plan in place. So everything that you need to run your department for the convention, make sure that we're going to be able to touch on it at the meeting.
Please also stress to your staff that if they cannot make it, they should at least try to watch it. This is where we go over expectations regarding just being staff, regarding interacting with our guests of honor, because I will go feral on you.
But yeah, I think if every department can generate how you want to be contacted during the convention, generally going to be radios or Discord. But if you have some other way, do that too. If you have locations you're consistently in, again, facilities already probably knows that, but not everybody at the con does. So putting together sort of here's what a staffer who doesn't know much about your department would want to know if they suddenly need to get a hold of you. Putting that together.
Similar to what it said about guest of honor, if your department does something different for staff, if your exhibit hall and staff can get in early, put that in there so we can just say the timelines for when staff can do this.
That would be
or
nice
if there's
to know.
other things that your department does differently for staff versus normal attendees, that's all stuff we should have in there.
Yep, and then I would say too, a simple timeline. So if you have hours that your department operates differently, I know operations kind of switches over to a nighttime, and that's different than the daytime. So just letting everybody know, when does that happen? That kind of a thing.
Please also get that information to us by the last meeting in February so we can actually put it in the slideshow and make it look nice. Because if you send it to me the day before the 14th, I'm going to scream at you.
We'll be sending it to you on the morning of the 14th.
And
I'm not putting it in the slideshow.
And we didn't say this explicitly yet, so let's say it explicitly. If you are a head of a department and you are not going to be able to make it to March 14th, possibly because you live far, far away, make sure someone in your department is. We want every department represented at that so that if there are questions, somebody can answer them.
Is that the last slide?
There's one more
The
thing.
last slide.
So, yeah, there's just a generalized question, and if it's been discussed about ICE and con.
Yeah. So we just did have a brief discussion. We are probably going to up our security. So that's how we want to address that. We obviously don't want to necessarily involve law enforcement. So far, MPD is weirdly on the right side of things, but I'm not going to trust that too far.
The other generalized answer would be that they can enter public areas, but they can't enter private areas. So we'll have more discussions on this, but we do have a limited capacity to prevent them from free access to the convention.
Right. I'm going to say that I'm going to do everything in my power to keep them out. But please, if anyone's going to jail, let it be me.
actually going to help you a little bit in that because I work for the state of Minnesota judicial branch.
Yep.
And obviously against. What you can do is I would highly recommend having a meeting with one of the directors of Hyatt Regency. Because what they can do being technically Hyatt Regency is a private,
Right.
not a public space, they might be able to help up the security that they naturally do have around Hyatt during the weekends because of the natural crime around it. Does not work with the police department.
Yeah.
Their security team is completely separate.
That's really good.
Right, and that's what I meant by we can't keep them all public areas, but the convention is considered a private event, which is why we can remove anybody from the convention. But that's getting into some weeds and details stuff that we're not going to get into for a general public meeting here. But it is something that is aware of us, and we will keep an eye on how events develop in the next couple
Also,
months.
everyone needs to start crossing their fingers now that we are not where we are right now in March, but God knows.
We haven't seen them stick around one cities for too long because they just tend to be running all over the place. So 2 months, they hopefully shouldn't be here.
But that is not our only plan, is hope they're not here. But they're
Do something
hand in the back.
Yeah.
Everything we do will show up.
I believe there is no public attendance into the space as well. So you can limit access from non-attendees from
Yeah.
the space outright.
So yeah, we will have a chat with the hotel and see what else we can do.
Well, except for the Skyway, technically.
Yes, that's why I said we're not getting into details.
We're not gonna
There's
get into
public areas in the
semantics. We'll be here
hotel.
all day.
We're aware of it, but yes.
Yes.
We'll do what we can.
Anyway, last announcement. It was Hope's birthday Thursday. Say happy birthday.
So, okay, so Christine just threw up the art on the online, so people can see the merch slides. So if you want to throw them up for other people here in the, yes.
If you're online, sign in. If you're in the room here, we'll figure out a way
Yeah,
to sign
so
you in.
so to sign in for attendance, so your attendance is counting for this meeting, go to animedetour.com/PMA, planning meeting attendance. So P as in Peter, M as in Mary, A as in Apple. And then you can fill out the form to get counted for attendance because we don't have the QR code. And then if he can't get it up, I have it on the screen here. We have all of our art for this year. Not that.
Like you didn't know I was free trash. That's
Yeah.
great.
But so basically.
What? Didn't change anything.
This is why we didn't do it during the meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
You break it.
What? Yes. Okay, so we have the awesome shirt design. The shirt was done by Sakura this year. The shirts are going to be a maroon color, so the maroon that you see in the shirt is sort of like bleeding through the design from the print of the shirt itself, so that's very exciting. Then we have a glow-in-the-dark pin that was designed by Alicia. I'm very excited. We're going to have a Demon Kitty hair claw, like hair clip thingy, and that was by Tomo. And then we have a second slide. We've got Demon Kitty can coolers. We've just got like an older art from, I think Deanne drew that last year. I don't remember. I just like the octopus cat. It's great.
It's just toothpick holder.
And then MK did the art on our limited edition toothpick holder for this year. I'm just really tired of orange. I wanted to order something purple, so I did it. And then we are working on having pajama shorts, and Rose is working on the art for them. They're just gonna, I think there's gonna be one more cute little demon kitty, and then they're gonna be like a repeat pattern on the shorts, and they're gonna be super cute. And I'm very excited. So, yay, merch! Yay.
What's that? No. We have discussed multiple things as a possible staff gift, but one of the things we are bringing back from last year is merch vouchers.
Mm-hmm.
So you will have some money to spend in merch, so if you want a shirt, use it for the shirt.
What's the size range on those?
Small to 5X, women's is small to 3X, tall is large to 4X.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are we still on YouTube?
Yeah, so,
Probably in that.
okay, hold on.
Thanks, everybody.
Well,
There you go.
Do we have a spot where we can look to see